Fix the Country protest hits Accra. That's on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. Thousands march to demand government attend to developmental needs of the country. And COVID-19 surge, GHS declares Volta Bono East as emerging infection hotspot. Tension mounts between Peki Chito over installation of Dededo chief. President pays tribute to forebears as nation celebrates Founders Day. And first after business investment forum ends in Accra. So I'll go to the Fix the Country protests, which of course is likely to dominate the newspapers. Well, I was thinking it was going to be all over, but it's not quite all over. And the different newspapers are taking it from different angles.
Different angles, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so it's in the center spread thousands march for the Fix the Country. What started as a hashtag on social media 3 months ago assumed a physical form on the streets of Accra yesterday, when hundreds of Ghanaians embarked on the Fix the Country demonstration. Oh, the headline says thousands marched to demand government attention, but the story itself says hundreds.
Hundreds. Wow.
Yeah, but I'll go more with the thousands. Thousands, because it's quite a number. So the much-awaited protest for good governance and urgent fixing of the country's challenges came off 3 weeks after weeks of resistance from the Ghana Police Service through a legal tussle over the COVID-19 restrictions placed on public gathering to prevent the spread of the virus. All right, then President pays tribute to forebears, but just to let you know, we'll be speaking with the organizers of the Fix the Country protest to get to know from them what's next. Also, we're interested in your views. These protests and demonstrations, do they really make any impact at all? That's one of the conversations we're going to be having on the show. President pays tribute to forebears as nation celebrates Founders Day. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo paid homage to the country's forebears who played significant roles towards their liberation from colonialism and imperialism. The president, in a post on social media to commemorate the Founders Day celebration yesterday, urged Ghanaians to take inspiration from the struggle and contribute to the country's economic advancement. Quote, "We must, as a mark of reverence to our forebears, work to free ourselves from the economic arrangements designed by the former colonial power to serve its particular purpose at the time," unquote. All right. Information Ministry donates public address system to Yana in Yendi. Okay, so it's the Information Ministry giving to Yana. And
right, okay. It was quite different in the daily graphic.
Yeah.
But
Tension mounts between Peki Chito over installation of the Dededo chief. As in South Agric Directorate takes measures to protect birds. Still in the Ghanaian Times, Tunnel Water project to be completed end of August. High staff turnover in TAS Warring. Okay, so it's the Tamale College of Education. That's Dr. Idrisu saying that. NPRA commits to safety of pension funds. Daklo Assembly places 110th in MDA's ranking. 110th, that's quite far back. Okay, and government commitment to creating an enabling environment for investors. Midwives appeal for better working conditions. TVET best solution to youth unemployment. That's Osahini Ebri. GSE continues bullish performance in August. Kumasi to get $100 million cement production plant. Okay, let me read a bit of that. So Gasem, cement manufacturer, is set to construct a 1.5 million ton capacity cement production plant in Kumasi to serve the Shanti region and its surrounding areas. Okay, that should be helpful. And let's go to the back of the Ghanaian Times back page. Journalists schooled on the use of positive language.
oh, that looks interesting.
And VRA unveils bust of Gilbert Dochi at Abuate. Okay, since you said it's interesting, let me read a bit of it. So 25 media practitioners from 4 municipal and district assemblies in the Upper West region have been schooled on the use of positive language for persons with disabilities in the course of their duties.
Ah, okay. All right. Okay. That kind of narrows it down. Let me start with the Daily Dispatch this morning. Analysis of the Fix the Country demonstration. Big thumbs up for Ghana's democracy. Hamid assures tanker owners of NPA's continued support. Akufo-Addo appoints Michael Quay Jr. as CEO of Free Zones Authority. And John Mahama on why he is coming back. On page 2, 256 more people killed in road crashes in July alone. Very, very worrying. This means that between January to July, 1,706 lives have been lost to road traffic accidents in the country. This represents a 24.43% rise as against the same time last year. So last year, January to July was 1,371. This year, 1,706. When it comes to... That doesn't make sense. So it says from January to July, 1,706 lives were lost due to road traffic accidents.
Okay.
It's a 24.43 rise, as against the same time last year when 1,371 people were killed. No. Okay, it's fine. Yeah. When it comes to injuries, the country has within 7 months recorded 9,299 cases. Wow. With 1,111 of them occurring in July. That's a lot. 13.43% rise against the same time last year. 735 people have been killed in motorcycle-related crashes in 7 months, with 113 people dying in July alone, with 368 injured. The Ashanti region continues to lead in the number of deaths due to crashes, and so far 357 people have died between January and July. The Eastern region is following closely after the Ashanti region with 279 deaths, and the Northeast region with the least amount of deaths, which is 5 in 7 months. And we're having a conversation on that later on, why these numbers keep on rising, even though we're talking about it a lot more. It means that we're probably not being as careful as we should be, perhaps not taking it as seriously as we should be.
And could it also be that it's the issue of lack of enforcement? We're probably not enforcing the regulations as we're supposed to.
Of course.
So yes, that's also part of the conversation.
Gosh, so many issues. There's an editorial that caught my eye this morning, Israel. What life begins at 40 means, and the roller coaster ride through the 50s. And so this is written by Eric Mensah IET. He works with us, actually. He's one of the editors at My Joy Online. Yes, and he talks about the fact that he wanted to know what life begins at 40 means. And apparently, as an American psychologist, Walter Pitkin, he published a book that said life begins at 40. And the gist is that one can look forward to many years of fulfilling a happy existence after 40. By age 40, apparently you know yourself better. If you've lived well, then you're kind of entering the exciting years where, you've had a good job, you have a bit of money saved, you're making better decisions. The flip side of that is, poorer eyesight, forgetfulness, body aches and pains.
Talk about poor eyesight.
Yeah, this interests me because I'm hitting 40 soon. So looking forward to life beginning for me and for all of us who are turning 40 very, very soon.
On the 4th floor. We're waiting for you.
Indeed, you are, aren't you? Other stories from the PNDC era to the Fourth Republic. There's also a piece on focus on marital characteristics in Ghana. And so some survey was done about, and people who are married and all of that. If you're interested, the newspaper to look for is the Daily Dispatch. And on the back page, analysis of the Fix the Country demonstration. Big thumbs up for Ghana's democracy. President has been speaking. We must work to free ourselves from colonial power that binds us. And doctors threaten strike from October 1 over non-settlement of arrears. That's it for the Daily Dispatch.
Okay, so I move to the Business and Financial Times, and on the front page, Nia Mano Dodu can continue work as receiver of Unibank Appeals Court rules and redefine pensionable salary to include allowances. And 1 million jobs agenda depends on private sector response. That's Professor Quarte, Ghana Cote d'Ivoire Initiative Secretariat. another milestone for the cocoa farmer. And then BOG directs Momo operators, fintechs, others to provide credit info of clients. And Edward Watting appointed managing director of the Tema Oil Refinery. On the back page, Gatsden Foundation gives out 600,000 bags of cement. MPA to revoke licenses of 80 OMCs. Okay. And let's get into the stories. I'll bring you a bit of the stories that we have. So I would take the 1 million jobs agenda depends on private sector response. And Professor Quartey says the director of the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research of the University of Ghana, Professor Peter Quartey, has said that the success of government's promise to deliver 1 million jobs in the next 4 years will largely depend on how the private sector will respond. His comments come on the back of Finance Minister Kenneth Ferretter's announcement in the mid-year budget presentation that government will, through the Ghana Coronavirus Alleviation and Revitalization of Enterprises Support Program, create some 1 million jobs in the next 4 years. Also, in the Business and Financial Times, shepherd vessels to fight pirate attacks. That's a maritime expert. GEA moves to deal with MSME access to finance challenges. Inaugurates committee to solicit ideas. That's a Ghana Enterprises Agency. Deregulation policy to be reviewed. And then we move, so here's the story on the BOG directs Momo operators, fintechs, this to provide credit info of clients. The Bank of Ghana has directed telecommunications companies, financial technology companies, mobile money operators, utility providers, among other organizations, to provide information on the credit behavior of borrowers to curb risk associated with lending. And that's interesting. The more information that the credit bureaus have of people who deal in transactions, the better we can monitor their credit rating.
Yeah,
and if you have a better credit rating, you're supposed to be getting better credit or better, if you're going in for a loan, you should get
better interest rates.
Yeah,
okay.
You should get a good rate. But if we don't have that information, we just lump everybody else together, and whether the interest rate is whatever, everybody's going to pay the same. But if we have a system,
then
it makes it easier.
Yes, it does.
Edward Watting appointed managing director of Tema Oil Refinery. Now, Tema Oil Refinery has been a major problem for a long time, and I'm wondering how this Edward Watting is going to turn things around. But well, that's his job.
Yeah, to turn things around.
I'm sure once he's taking up the appointment, he knows that he has what it takes. He believes that he has what it takes
to do that.
To turn things around. Okay, and also in the Business and Financial Times, Trade Ministry to facilitate entry of 100 firms into African market. Okay. Yep.
Yes.
That'll be it for the Business and Financial.
Okay, well, I'm going to the Daily Graphic now. Let's start with the front page. Non-adherence to COVID-19 safety protocols, major challenge. That's according to the Ghana Health Service. Let's free nation from colonial economic arrangement. There's a special supplement on banking if you're interested. The Daily Graphic this morning. Africa is open for business. AFCFTA General Secretary has been speaking. And okay, let's do a quick glimpse into the headlines. Okay, that's on page 2. Inside Africa, fighting displaces 200,000 in Amhara region. Dual citizenship is not political bigamy. In politics, Guta apologizes to Speaker over false accusation. In health, breastfeeding, solid foundation for future health and well-being. In business, use commercial loans to fund capital projects. Some more news, Utah government meeting ends in stalemate. And on the front page of the Graphic Showbiz, which we're not actually doing, but it's in here, keep off my family. That's according to Nana Ama McBrown. And aging gracefully, celebrities rocking their 50s. Picture of Stephanie Benson there, definitely rocking her 50s. Okay, there's a story about the IGP's first test case. I think obviously it's pivoted around Fix the Country demonstration. Presented a test case for the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Akufu Dampare. Other stories, Italy advocates open ports to migrants. There's that story about political bigamy. I've always wondered, why if you want to hold a political position and you're a citizen of two countries, you definitely have to give up one. But anyway, I guess maybe conflict of interest, who knows? Page 16, non-adherence to COVID-19 safety protocols, major challenge. This is Dr. Patrick Kuma Abuaji speaking. He says the current trajectory of cases with the low adherence to COVID-19 safety protocols poses a significant risk of a higher third wave. Obviously, he's talking about the fact that we're not doing all the things we're supposed to be doing. He says if households and service providers and institutions strictly ensure that people they admit into their spaces adhere to the safety protocols, particularly the washing of hands, proper wearing of face masks, and the social distancing rule, the numbers will come down. And Israel, I feel like we've relaxed a little bit on some of these things, definitely, washing of hands, wearing of masks. Because there was a point when you couldn't go into like a shop or a restaurant or something without a mask, without stopping to wash your hands. Yeah. It's kind of relaxed. Last night I was picking up food. And I walked in, without a mask. I was holding my mask, but I actually wanted to see if they would fuss over it. Yeah. But they didn't at all. So I was able to go in, kind of sit down, order the food all without a mask. People were eating and stuff. And this is a restaurant that before was very, very strict on that. So definitely we have relaxed a little bit.
We have, I believe.
So definitely agree with him there. Let's do the center spread. Guard your independence. Tunnel water plan to start operation in September and work to achieve zero accidents as the NPA boss advising players in the industry. The Ministry of Health has received 10,000 COVID-19 testing machines. And there was a story I wanted to do. I'm just going to find it now. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Humility, hard work have ensured my success. That's according to Lil Wayne. That's
one of my favorites. Actually.
Yeah, he is. It's kind of sweet.
He's done really well for himself.
Exactly. This was the story that I was interested in. Bessa Simons has been speaking. He says, up your live performance game. And he's talking to the younger squad that have come. And he's saying that it's important that as much as you have hit songs on the radio and all of that, you need to be able to perform live. So the miming, the miming really gets to me, right? You're watching a show, you're watching a show, or you go, to see somebody perform, and they come on stage and they're blasting the music and lip syncing. I'm like, oh my God, why? Why would you subject us to that? But you have to love Samini and Stonebwoy for their ability to do live shows.
They do great.
Yeah, great live. Yeah, I was at the Stonebwoy concert a few months ago. He blew me away. The energy, the technicality, the music. And that's what we want, to take our music to the next level.
Well, except we can have them doing it all the time.
Not all the time, but most of the time.
Yeah, because it costs quite a bit to put together a live performance.
Yeah, but like at the awards shows and stuff, you want to see them live. I mean, the Grammys are live, like they're performing live, but they come on and they're lip syncing. Nah, fam. I think Kiddy does a good job of singing live as well. So anyways, that's from Bessa Simons to y'all who are working in the music industry. Okay, I think that's it for... Oh, no. Residents given deadline to vacate Budumburam camp. And in 1975, Wesley Old Girls donate towards jaundiced baby care. Don't we just love Wesley girls? And that's it for the Daily Graphic.
Thank you, Wege Hayes. All right, we go to the Daily Statesman, and Nana wants Ghana freed from colonial economic arrangement. Deregulation policy under review. NPA boss requests proposals from stakeholders, and COVID-19 protocols ignored at Fix the Country demo.
Oh, I did see them. When they're coming to talk, they would pull down the mask to.
Well, some didn't have them, and but I think largely they've done pretty well.
Yeah.
When it comes to keeping the face mask up. All right, so. Let me read a bit of it. So yesterday's demonstration by Fix the Country campaigners is likely to become a COVID-19 super spreader event with hundreds of demonstrators ignoring safety protocols. Though the organizers had pledged to ensure strict observance of the COVID-19 protocols, they could not do so, with large numbers of protesters drumming, dancing, and singing with their face masks dropped. Social distancing was largely not observed as the demonstrators moved in groups, some holding hands. Okay. MPA boss requests proposals for review of price deregulation policy, and Angolan president ends 3-day official visit to Ghana. Peter McMahon appointed board chairman of Cocoa Board. Fishermen urge government to sustain sea closing exercise. Ashanti Regional Minister rubbishes calls for him to resign over Ejura disturbances. And trivialized Chapter 5 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. Ghana woos Amazon others to rake in more FDIs. And then the story of Gassem to invest $100 million to construct new factory in Kumasi is also here in the Daily Statesman. And Ashanti region is set to enforce strict adherence to COVID-19 protocols. Obuasi Divisional Police searches for slain woman's lover. Yeah, and that story.
I think there's still a bounty on his, I think it's 20,000 CDs or something.
I believe so. I think it was the MP who.
Yeah, for information on where he is.
Techiman South election dispute. Winchi Court refuses EC stay of proceedings. And let's see which other stories we have. Take care, for anti-COVID fake news is all over the place. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And then Hajia for real.
Eish.
There's Moisha and I live different lives. Don't compare. So I'm going to read a bit of it. According to Hajia for real, Moisha's recent lapse has no impact on her way of life since they live totally different lives. She said that people trying to tag her with the things Moisha confessed to doing should stop. She even insinuated that their friendship did not run deep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I felt that in my soul.
I know, right? Okay, so on the back page, Christian Eriksen referee Anthony Taylor reflects on moment Denmark star collapsed, and Louis van Gaal named Netherlands coach for third time.
All right, well, guess who's saying hello to us this morning?
Oh.
Benjamin Akato, one of the permanent hosts of the AM show. Good morning, Benjamin. He sends his thanks that you have woken us up early, you have brought us out of our houses at this time of the morning to come and host the show for you. So thank you is not going to be enough. You're going to need to have some coffee or something.
No.
Right?
Sounds like blackmail.
Yeah, it's not really. You're supposed to support me. Oh, these men ain't loyal. My last paper is the Daily Guide. $200 million Saglami housing scandal. 2 Mahama ministers for court today. NPP gurus get top appointment. Fix the country stages demo. And we can't joke with our democracy. That's according to an expert. I'll do this real quick so we can get to our online stories. Flooding kills more than 300 in China. Privileges Committee swings into action. The gay bill, 2 others have been laid in Parliament. Mother and child found dead in bush. Governments request $1.7 billion to acquire energy assets. Actress Hilda Dokubo defends men. Oh gosh. Okay, well, Nollywood veteran actress Hilda has cautioned those who have become famous for calling men scum. She's very worried because she says that, she has sons and not all men are bad.
Not all men are bad, it's true.
Not all men are bad, I totally agree. Jennifer Aniston cuts ties over vaccination status. Victoria Michaels FCA marks anniversary with 10,000 nose masks. And Wakena out with problem day. The back page, quickly, Ochiman United Mall Real Fantiakwa. FIFA fines Hayatu, not sure, $34,000. He's been banned from football activities, the former president of the Confederation of African Football. And Wonder Kid conquers MTN Conquest. Van Gaal named Dutch coach for the 3rd time. That's it for the Daily Guide.
Okay, so I'll bring you the Business Finder, which is my last paper. So Ghana and Angola businesses engage and meeting after Angola Business Forum in Accra. Mining, we can industrialize the economy if, that's Mr. Eric Subonting, the president, Ghana Chamber of Mines, prioritize revenue mobilization, IEA, and the story of the mining we can industrialize economy if HUB project receives desired support from the chamber is on the page 2 of the Business Finder. Ghana risks losing benefits of digitalization. can get more in the newspaper. And the value addition to Ghana's exports non-negotiable. And one more. After may pose threats than benefits. Wow. Okay. So you may want to read to find out why that is the case. Okay. I believe that's it.
That's about it. All right. So let's go to our online stories. Let's do My Joy Online this morning. Okay. No due diligence or value for money. How some MPs kicked against Saglemi housing project in 2012. Other stories. Founders Day, we must work to free ourselves from the colonial powers that bind. How can people lie like this? How can people lie like this? Oh my God. E.T. Mensah on NDC Saglemi housing project defense. Volta, Bono East regions emerge as COVID-19 hotspots. And then playback, Fix the Country demo comes off today. Israel, any other stories that catch your attention?
So yeah, I see the Hush Puppy paid Deputy Police Commissioner over $20,000 to detain his co-conspirator, Chibuzo. That's FBI alleging. And 10 more deaths recorded in Ghana's COVID-19 fight. Tishiman South election dispute, which court refuses EC stay of proceedings, fines commission 4,000 cedis. And the Fix the Country protesters hit the streets of Accra. That's yes.
I really feel like E.T. Mensah's thing could be a song. How can people lie like this? With some good beats, it's a whole vibe, isn't it?
Which musician would you say should take that up?
Oh gosh, I think Shatawale. Definitely Shatawale. Definitely remix of Freedom or something like that. That's it for myjoyonline.com. I think that's it for the news review.
Yeah. Okay, so up next we bring you sports. To stay tuned. We have more coming your way this morning.